Welcome back, Agent.
Thank you.
Excellent work out there. Absolutely excellent.
The mouse droid has just sent the contents of the ship's computer, sir. I'll send the military to pick up the dissidents.
At least one thing's gone smoothly today. The worst seems to have passed, but don't expect to rest anytime soon.
I never do. Never, ever. What's the status of everything?
Do we know any more about the attack?
We're fairly certain the explosion came from inside the Dominator. In all likelihood, one of the civilians on board was the bomber.
Keeper, I'm receiving a transmission. Someone's broadcasting a holo-recording to the entire Imperial Communications network.
Oh, that sounds like more bad news. Because that never, ever, ever is a good thing.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Let's see it, Watcher 2. And track down the source.
Citizens of the Empire, this is the Eagle. I'm here to tell you that our government is corrupt. When the Emperor signed his treaty with the Galactic Republic, we were promised a new epoch. Glory unrivaled since the first Sith dynasty. Instead, our Empire has suffered. Apathetic moffs and wicked lords of the Dark Council vie for power, while our soldiers die over worthless planets in nameless star systems.
Typical consolidationist rhetoric. Watcher 2, keep trying to find a source for the broadcast. Everyone else start pulling up our files on the Eagle.
He really and truly likes to hear himself talk, doesn't he? Because that's somebody who's so full of themselves that they talk just because they enjoy the sound of their voice.
Wake me if he says something interesting.
We've been hearing rumors about the Eagle for years, but we never thought he could pull off anything this big. Another mistake.
Anyone who speaks out in favor of reform is kidnapped and tortured by Imperial intelligence. This must not continue.
The Ministry of Logistics reports that they can't jam the signal. Everyone in the Empire is seeing this.
Oh, good.
A short while ago, a group of defiant revolutionaries destroyed an Imperial dreadnought. 3,000 people were aboard, including Darth Jadus, a Lord of the Dark Council. We chose to strike at Darth Jadus publicly so that every Imperial citizen would know the truth. The Dark Council is not invulnerable. We can effect change. We regret the sacrifice of so many civilians, but it was necessary. The Empire cannot cover up this momentous event. Imperial intelligence cannot silence our call to arms.
Get to the point, you piece of filth. What is it you really want to say?
He's a lunatic. You know that, right, Keeper?
I doubt he has a coherent point to make.
Here it comes.
This is only the first step towards a better future. We have agents throughout the Empire preparing to strike again and again. We will not relent until our government chooses strength over weakness, unity over discord. We will continue to show the anger of the people. This is the Eagle. End transmission.
So, our enemy has a name. You think you can deal with that, Agent?
Oh, I can. Trust me, I can deal with the Eagle.
It won't be a problem, sir.
Glad to hear it. We've made mistakes today. We underestimated the Eagle. We were too slow to eliminate the dissidents. We assumed the Dark Temple was the sole terrorist target. But you performed above and beyond expectations. You showed you can handle these people, and now you're going to show us the way forward.
I am? Me? Can I get some clarification on that?
Sir, I don't understand. What are you suggesting?
You are going to head our operation to dismantle the Eagle's network. You will locate and eliminate his terror cells through infiltration, manipulation, and assassination. I am assigning you a rank and designation as suits your new position. You no longer have a name. You will answer only to Cipher 9.
Okay, I assume that is only in a work capacity because I'm not gonna abandon my own identity for this. I mean, I knew that was a possibility, but I thought I was gonna have a little bit of time before I had to really figure out how I felt about that, because I honestly haven't. So, in a work capacity, great, Cipher 9, love it. Otherwise, I'm still Ari.
I have a name. I'm not giving it up, even for Imperial intelligence.
It's part of the job, I promise. You'll get used to it.
Uh-huh.
Cipher 9, huh? Cute.
Thanks.
But I think I'll keep calling you Agent.
That works.
With the rank comes certain privileges, including a degree of operational independence. You may recruit your own operatives, and you will be outfitted with a starship.
A ship is nice.
Watcher 2, you will remain Cipher 9's liaison to base. I assume that won't be a problem.
No problem, sir. Glad to stay a part of this operation.
Good. Begin analyzing all reports on recent dissident activity. I want a list of possible terror cell locations within the hour. The Eagle says he's got agents around the galaxy. Assuming he's telling the truth, you're going to be doing some traveling.
I can live with that. Trust me. I'm very good at traveling, very good at visiting other places.
There are worse fates than seeing a few new planets.
Indeed. Your starship is at the spaceport. It's been refit and removed from public record. Watcher 2 will upload likely activity centers for the Eagle and his network. Proceed to your targets as you see fit.
Excellent. Anything else I should know before I go?
Any final instructions, sir? Or is that all?
Be careful of these people, Cipher. Destroying the Dominator was no mean feat. Killing Darth Jadus was nearly unthinkable.
Nearly.
But this is our job. Do whatever is required. And good luck.
You ready to see our big, fancy, new, untraceable, trackable, never-existed ship? Oh, this will be fun. Well, I guess I assume it's untrackable. I'm sure they can still track it, but... Is that it? Cleo, our ship is beautiful. Look at her. Let's get in as quickly as possible because I want to go walk around. Oh man, we got a ship. A really pretty ship. A huge ship. I don't know if I was expecting it to be this big, but I am not gonna complain. This is gonna be fun.
Nice digs. Think you got a message on that thing.
Yeah, I think I do
Download
too.
and begin playback.
Cipher 9, Intelligence is finalizing your target list, but in the meantime, there's a formality we need to address. With Darth Jadus's demise, his seat on the Dark Council has opened. It will be filled by his daughter and sole apprentice, Darth Jadus.
Jadus has a daughter?
Apparently.
Lord Jadus demands to meet with you. Proceed to Korriban at once. She has authorized your presence in the Sith Academy.
Okay. Do you know anything about Korriban and how likely I am to not make it out of this meeting?
I've never been to the Empire's first capital. I assume you haven't either.
Met a guy who went grave robbing there once.
Oh.
Lost his tongue to the Sith and felt lucky. Not my kind of place.
Same.
Give me a shout if you need something. I'm gonna see how they stock the lounge.
Okay. Great. Let's go to Korriban and meet Darth Jadus, who's for sure not gonna try to murder me. Cleo, where'd you go? This place is huge. Okay. Nice meeting room. I like this. So many different places to just hang out. What's in here? Oh, medbay. That'll come in handy, I'm sure. And then is this... Oh! I think this... Is this my bedroom? Fancy. I am not gonna say no. And... Oh, this looks so nice. Look at this. Okay, I wanna go see what's in the back of the ship. Cleo, have you checked all this out yet? It's huge! This ship is amazing! Okay, plenty of cargo space. And then you're gonna hang out there, I guess. And then crew member bunks, perfect. And then engine room. I mean, it's got everything we could ever want. It's a nice place. Keeper really hooked us up, huh?
So we're clear. Imperial rations are nasty.
Yeah, they are.
And I lived on grubs and 2-credit wine for a year.
Ooh.
They raise you on those things. No wonder you're a bunch of stiffs.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why with those rations, they really are disgusting. Like, really and truly. But for the record, I actually wasn't raised Imperial. So the disgusting rations, that's new to the both of us.
I was raised in the Chiss ascendancy. We don't do Imperial rations.
Yeah, you're blue, but you still got the accent. Here's what I don't get. You got a little brass, you got a little style. You're not totally one of them.
No, I'm not.
But you still play keeper's pet. Shoot all the right people when you could work for... whoever.
Yeah, no, I know. But for right now, it works. the job. I enjoy it, currently speaking, and it pays well, so might as well stick it out until something either better or a different reason gives me, makes me move on. But you work for them too, Cleo.
I could point out that goes for you as well.
You mean you could avoid the question? Me? I'm in long enough to lay low, pick up some cash, sort out some personal stuff you guys can help with, then I'm gone.
Personal stuff, dare I ask? Because personal stuff sounds oddly vague. Very, very, very personal, but at the same time, like you want me to ask more.
What sort of personal stuff?
Made a deal with your bosses when I came on board. Nothing you need to worry about.
All right.
Now let's get back to it before the world misses us.
Look who made it all the way to Korriban. I think we have a visitor.
Yes, my lord.
Commander, I want to be informal with my bodyguards.
Yes, Lady Jared.
Delightful. You, my pretty alien. Don't you find my bodyguards delightful?
They are so, so delightful. I've never seen more delightful bodyguards ever.
Absolutely delightful, my lord.
Excellent. Delightful bodyguard, I have a request.
Yes, my lady?
Kill our visitor, please.
As you wish. She's as good as dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't count me out of that one. I mean, you can try to kill me all you want. It's not really gonna work, though. I would say I feel bad for you, but I don't, because you're the one playing this game. And honestly, you were a delightful bodyguard. But now y'all are dead delightful bodyguards, and I don't feel bad at all. I know what kind of world you all live in. Kill or be killed, right?
Oh, wonderful. My poor bodyguards.
I'm starting to get a little peeved. And a little creeped out.
Yup.
We haven't been introduced. I'm Darth Jadus, Lord of the Dark Council and successor to Darth Jadus. I hear you're investigating my father's assassination. I wanted to see if you were worthy.
Yeah, well, was I? Am I? How did I measure up, Darth Jadus? Please, tell me.
The attack was a test, then.
I could sense your feelings during the fight. I think you'll do nicely tracking these terrorists. But are you really sure that this eagle killed the mighty Darth Jadus?
Possibly. It's a curious question, though. Why, do you think somebody else killed Darth Jadus?
Why do you ask?
Because I thought you might know more than your superiors. Jadus believed in spreading fear and anger to every planet and species in the Empire. Even to creatures like you. Perhaps his ambitions drew too much attention. Any one of his rivals on the Dark Council might have killed him.
His rivals. Will you tell me about them? The more I know about them, the more that this will help me in the end.
You think a Sith was behind the attack?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Chase after your terrorists. Save the lives of your Imperial friends, but if you learn who's really responsible, come to me. I've earned my place on the Dark Council, and I won't share my father's fate. Dismissed.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Darth Jadus. I'm sure we'll speak again at some point. Cleo, we should get going as soon as possible. She's insane. She is absolutely insane. Like the way she threatened us and then was like, goodbye. All happy like, that's creepy. I don't like this place. I'm really and truly glad I'm not Sith and I'm just Imperial intelligence, because whoa, if I had to deal with that, I would probably. I mean, I can see now why the Sith are the way that they are. That's really and truly all I'm gonna say, because once you meet them, you start to understand them, and if this is where they train and mold the newest Sith, then, you know, it all starts to make sense. Let's head back to the ship and check in and then figure out where we're going and hopefully just stop the Eagle and his friends as soon as possible, so that way we can get back to doing other things that don't involve Darth Jadus.
This is Cipher 9 to headquarters. Do you have my target list?
Watcher 2 here. I've finished preliminary mapping of the Eagle's network. Your designated targets are terror cells located on Balmora near the Republic border, and on Nar Shaddaa in Hutt space.
Alright, I'll proceed to them now and get that dealt with.
I'll contact you once I've arrived. Cipher 9 out.
Acknowledged. Watcher 2 out.
Ikak na ho ino. Alakak nebo ramwa. Naya nam ramkam. Kala amkam mani. Libik bak.
What's the situation?
Manuk maraka naja. Ki nawabam. Yak manana. Kam ino memnuk. Naja naya amkam mimik meraka.
So no one suspects the Republic at all, is what you're trying to tell me? Really?
Tell me why not.
Laporam amga. Mamni nikag. Nagnaya mamni kamgam. Rujakak. Young Kim Aliam.
Sorry about that, Cipher 9.
That's fine.
Welcome to the Eastern Galactic Front.
Thanks.
This whole star system is a crisis point. Republic and Empire are testing one another's strength. Meanwhile, the terrorists lurk in the middle.
I'm starting to get the picture. By the way, hello, Watcher 2. It's so nice to see you.
Good to see a friendly face.
Good seeing you as well. I'm sorry the circumstances have to be unpleasant. The Eagle's men are using the war as a cover for local activities. Balmora is their training ground. Cell members recruit, instruct, and arm new terrorists here. Fresh soldiers destined for other points in the network. It's a vital part of the system.
Perfect for infiltration, then. I guess that's what I'll be doing, right?
So where do I sign up to join?
That I can't tell you. But you have the right idea. To dismantle the terror cell there, you'll need local support. I'm alerting one of our officials to your presence. Lecone Renald is the station chief in Sobrik, the Imperial settlement where you landed. He runs intelligence operations on Balmora and can brief you more thoroughly.
Excellent. Is he trustworthy? I mean, technically nobody is trustworthy. I understand that, but how untrustworthy is he?
What's your assessment of the man?
He's worked for us for decades. I've never met him, but I expect he's loyal.
All right.
Renald runs his affairs out of the back of an arms dealership. He'll be waiting for you when you arrive. Move quickly on this one, Cipher 9, and watch what you say. If things go bad, you'll have half a planet gunning for you.
Don't tease me with a good time having half a planet gunning for me. That sounds like fun, Watcher 2. Cleo, you ready to go? We've got, stuff to do. Fun stuff. Maybe a whole planet gunning for us if we're lucky.
Well, what have we here? Let me take a look at you. Splendid! No one ever suspects an alien. I'm glad Keeper finally sent someone. Pity it took a disaster to get headquarters attention.
Are we talking about the big disaster that just happened, or is there a separate disaster that specifically happened here on Balmora that I have no idea about?
You're talking about the attack on Drummond Cars.
Disaster's the only word for it. Thousands dead, a Dark Council member assassinated. Hard to believe the Empire's come to this. But here, I'm being a poor host. Have a drink. Settle in after your trip. This shop doesn't look like much, but it's secure.
What is the shop anyways? Like, what do you exactly do here? I assume it's a cover, but...
Secure or not, this is an odd place to work from.
The shop front's a necessary deception. The Republic and the terrorists have people everywhere. Rather than calling secret informants into a military base, I speak to them here, and no one's the wiser. These terrorists you're after, they've been a thorn in my side for a long while. They're worse than the Republic in some ways.
Worse than the Republic? That must be dreadful, then.
Why do you say that?
Familiarity. The terrorists know Balmora. The Republic doesn't, at least not as well.
Fair.
This terror cell is homegrown, made up of Balmorans unhappy with the Empire's rule. I suspect the Republic tacitly supports the terrorists. We're their common enemy. So we do our best to cope with the bombings and sabotage.
The bombings and sabotage. It sounds like something that really does require a lot of coping. Go on, tell me more.
I'm listening. Continue.
The governor makes an example of a few dozen Balmorans after each attack, but it doesn't have much of an effect. Meanwhile, I've been studying the terror cell's structure, and there's good news. If we can take out the local leader, the cell should fall apart.
All right, so who is the leader? Tell me about them.
What do we know about this person?
The terrorists call the man in charge Grey Star. He runs the cell, gives the orders, and knows all the secrets. They claim Grey Star used to work with the Eagle, but who can be sure? Only the high-ranking cell members know Grey Star's identity.
All right, well, I can work with that. I guess it's off to, become one of them. Should be fun.
It's a complication, but there's opportunity there.
I have a mole inside the terrorist cell already. He's a good lad. No Cipher, though. He can bring you in. You'd have the opportunity to impress the terrorists, win their trust.
Well, then that makes the plan very easy. Just infiltrate the terrorist cell, become one of them, and then take them out. All in a day's work.
When they're trussed, then shoot them. Got it.
Just don't forget to find Grey Star before the shooting starts, eh?
Maybe.
Sanju Pine, my operative, can introduce you to the terrorist recruiters at the Troida military workshop outside the safe zone. But be careful how you present yourself. If the terrorists suspect you're Imperial, you'll lose Grey Star. And your lives.
I like how worried he was for me losing my life. First, though, if I lose Grey Star, that's it. We're over. You lose your life, it's kind of, sort of, okay, it would be tragic, but not as tragic as losing Grey Star. What is it with everybody's cover names for this organization? Eagle, Grey Star. Can't wait to see who else we find that belongs to them. Hopefully they've got just as cool of a code name as the others, because if they don't, I'm gonna be really disappointed. I'm coming to expect great things from all of them and their, which way are we going? This way? And their cover names and all the things that they do. And guess what, Cleo? We get to join another shady organization today. Can you imagine that? Where even are we going? I don't know, but we'll find them, and then we'll get to join this shady group of terrorists and do stuff we probably shouldn't be allowed to do, but they're gonna let us do it because we're undercover. That should make it fun.